Alright, wait, I should probably explain why we ended up in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, we might have to talk about the pile of bodies outside the bank while we're at it, so back up a bit more.
Careful, big man. Careful now.
Right, this is a story about Arthur. Although by the end of this particular day, he'd be known as Thor. With a set of freshly cleaned tomahawks, a mighty mustache, this was a man of the people who also had a fearsome reputation for losing his temper. And apparently his balance too.
Arthur, you have been chosen to receive powers from the gods themselves. You are tasked with killing them. You have to kill them all, Arthur.
Arthur felt one of his tomahawks sizzling in his hands, burning his flesh. He decided to get rid of it. He wondered how thunder could roar out across blue skies, especially the timing, just after the thud of steel hitting wagon. As he walked down the street, our hero contemplated the voices talking to him while he was rolling around in the filth on the ground. Arthur concluded that he should stop mixing Indian smoking pipes with alcohol and stay away from the saloon for a while. Only last night he bedded a maiden he just met by the name of Daisy Bell. Turns out Bell was the nickname because of her ding-dong. Then Arthur felt it again. His tomahawk felt charged, almost alive with energy. This time he decided to throw it on the ground as an extension of himself. He felt the power of a thunder god. Yeah, unfortunately, the lightning burned a few people to death, and the local law enforcement, well, they wanted a word. Arthur, however, wasn't in the mood to talk. The more men they sent, the angrier Arthur became. The entire town was now against him. Well, maybe not the Undertaker. That guy was about to become rich as fuck.
Weapons out in the bank.
Arthur, what have you done?
Some kind of problem?
You just murdered 35 armed defenders of humanity. They were preparing for the last stand to save your world from the risen dead.
My apologies, sir.
Well, it's not completely your fault. You weren't meant to be able to access the lightning yet. It was supposed to simmer inside your veins for another day or two, so...
You know, you're a goddamn idiot.
Careful, Arthur. We can can smite thee back to fragrant dust with a snap of our fingers.
Real frightening. I've seen tougher schoolboys.
Do not mock the gods.
Someone should have put you out of your misery.
There will be
A
gods.
long time ago.
The powers that be decided to discipline Arthur and toyed with the idea of liquefying him to nothing more than pig's will. But they knew now that he was humanity's last hope against a fearsome enemy known as the modding community. So they had to be content with snapping his spine a few times and then putting him back together, more or less.
One more thing, Arthur. The lightning within you has limited uses, so choose your battles wisely.
Hey, I don't care.
In your current condition, you can only use the axe. Another
It's
8.
alright. Save your breath. Don't want you wearing yourself out now.
The first thing Arthur did with his new powers was to find the dodgy snake oil seller that gave him diarrhea for a week straight. Then he moved on to... I don't know who that is, but they probably deserved it.
I've only got to click my fingers and this town will string you up and call it justice.
You're annoying me.
You're going home to change.
You want me to set you straight, huh? That's it, dog!
Next time.
I'm too old to get a job, mister. Way too old. Can't we be friends?
Get out of here.
You're not kind, mister. You're not kind at all.
The last time Arthur befriended a drifter, he ended up with a nasty rash. And this guy just got in Arthur's way. He then protected the innocent. Finally, it was time for Arthur to make his way towards the undead.
Gotta take this, mister.
Oh no!
Okay, then. Yep.
He felt ready to take the fight to the modding community and their so-called zombie apocalypse. Only a fool would get in his way at this point.
Let's see if this boy got some fight in it!
God damn it!
Pick his body clean!
As the last tomahawk buried itself in the chest of those pesky O'Driscolls, Arthur wondered, where was the thunderbolt? The next morning he woke up feeling refreshed and headed to a town rumoured to be victim of unnatural events. All he had to do was follow the signs. A zombie riding a cart with the horse stuck in the 9th dimension was surely the harbinger of doom that signalled the end was nigh. Arthur readied himself. However, when he got to town, all was quiet. Perhaps the zombies were in a... Farmer Pete was a bare-knuckle boxing champion while he was alive, just as deadly in death. Arthur needed the thunder. He heard a faint sound in the distance. One man against a horde of undead with no lightning to aid him. It seemed like this was the proverbial ice skating uphill, made worse by the fact that it was almost as if someone had removed the sights from Arthur's gun. You know, like some masochistic loser recorded this gameplay without a crosshair to make it look more cinematic. But fortunately for our hero, the powers that be sent him a tornado to aid him in his desperate fight for humanity. Arthur was disarmed and had to turn to his trusty bow and arrow. He had already decided that he would not be backing down on this day. Inevitably, Arthur eventually grew weary, his strength fading. With the death of Arthur, another champion was chosen to save Earth in his stead.
You have been chosen to receive powers from the gods themselves.